Welcome back. In this video we are going to work in an assembly with the insert command. So when I click on assembly, and then I can just go ahead, use that place command again, and I'm going to place in a couple pegs. So I'm going to highlight 3 of them. I held down the shift button, clicked on this, I clicked on peg 1, held down the shift button, clicked on peg 3. That way I get all 3 pegs at once. If I click once, you can see I have 3 pegs, and if I want to click a couple more times, I'm going to get more of them. Hit the escape button to get out of the command. You're going to see all of the pegs that I've created in the browser bar. So with all these pegs, what I'm going to do is on the first one, I am going to constrain it. So if I right click it, I want to ground it, that way it doesn't move. And I can know when I put other constraints on there. I'm just going to move these 2 out of the way, that way I can see what I'm working with. And I can start with my constraints. So on my cubes that you can see here, they all have one little cylinder sticking off of it and the same size cylinder holes. So what I have to do is I've got to go ahead and I'm going to start attaching some of these. So I can look across. First one's mate. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Not angle, not tangent. There we go. There's the insert command. So I'm going to click on insert, and now I can start using that command. So I can click on any of these circles that are anywhere around here, and I can start using them. So I'm going to put this magenta peg into that hole. If I click on this one that is at the surface, and then I go and click on this one that's at that surface, it's going to snap into place for me. I can click apply, and now it's there. One thing that it kind of shows you that it's there, but it's not quite what you want, because if it turns, that means that it's only inserted. So insert commands will just keep turning, but it won't be a flat side like it was before. What I could do then is, if these 2 parts are exactly the same size and that hole's in the exact same spot, I could just go ahead and use my mate command and click on those 2 sides, then click apply, and now it won't turn on me. Now it's stuck in place. But that only happens if the dimensions are perfectly correct. If they're just a little bit off, then it's not going to work for you and you will end up getting an error. Alright, so from here, I can go ahead, I can use my constrain command again, go to insert. Now, before I did that side, this time I can pick this side of it. And if I pick that side, I've got to go ahead and pick the inside of the hole. And then that way it lines up. If I went ahead and let's say I picked the wrong side, you're going to see that it actually sticks off of that object. So it's not going to be where I want it to be. There's actually going to be space in there, and it's not going to be inserted. It's just going to be lined up with that spot. If it did go the wrong direction, I could flip it, but as of right now it was going the correct direction. It just wasn't in there like it's supposed to. So I can just click on my second selection again, and I can click on the correct spot, and there we go. I've got it where I want it to be. I can click apply, and then I can start working on other parts. Just like before with mate and flush, we can use an offset and we can use a max and a min. So I could go ahead and I could constrain this, and then I could use an offset, and that would move it to a different position, that exact distance away. So that is 1 inch away from that spot. I could also give it a max and a min. Max, we could make it any number we want. Min always has to be a smaller number. And I could use offset as resetting position. So it would always come back to here after I'm done moving it. And my offset was already 1. So I'll just click on that for now, click apply, get out of this, and you're going to see that I can go down to that surface, and every time I let go, it goes back to its regular position, and I could go up, and it goes back to its regular position. So under constraints, you're going to see I told you about the 2 different directions, told you about offset, and we have our limits. Alright, have fun.